WWE Hall of Famers leave the company. An NXT title is possibly being vacated, and an AEW star is set to make their in-ring return. More on that in this video. Hello everyone, Jack and Ross back again with the news. Two WWE Hall of Famers are leaving WWE and starting a new chapter in their lives.
Leave the memories alone for the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins are no more. They are, Jack, the Garcia Twins, which could be their shoot names.
And it's not just a case of just that name cropping up here and there. They did like a name rebranding video on Twitter, which was like, we're the Garcia Twins now.
There was a barn involved, wasn't there?
There was a barn.
They're rootin' tootin' cowgirls now.
Oh, yeah, they're from Arizona, I believe. So,
Yeah.
the desert. Oh, it makes sense. But yeah, they're going to be called Nikki and Brie Garcia, or the Garcia Twins collectively. Their Sirius XM podcast has also changed its name to The Nikki and Brie Show, so there's no mention of the word Bellas anywhere. And also in a clip from the show, they spoke, Ross, about their WWE departure.
Yes, you might be asking why this changes have come about, and they've basically said when our contract came up with WWE, mutually, we all knew we just need to head into this new chapter. This is what Nikki said. And then in the video posted to social media, the twins teased what's next for their new chapter, saying, this next chapter of our lives is about taking it to the next level, owning who we are, being unapologetically us, and fiercely walking through the open door, or whatever. I think they've got a new show on Amazon Prime, which I think is the thing that's really sort of shunted this thing forward. So obviously WWE's not involved at all in this Amazon Prime thing, so they've got to change they can't have their gimmick names anymore, basically.
But this new story is quite interesting in conjunction with what happened around the Raw anniversary show, which they were booked for, allegedly, initially, and then didn't turn up to the show. We don't really know the full reasons why, but they seem to have gone out on the town instead. And then there's that video of Nikki and Brie basically complaining about the lack of women's representation on the show. So it seems like a pair of Hall of Famers who, even long before they were Hall of Famers, seemed to have a good PR relationship with WWE. It's now all gone very sour very fast.
Yeah, well, they did do like good stuff, like not in terms of like maybe apart from Nikki's reign in 2015 was fantastic, but not the wrestling side of it, but more the exposure side of it for the company. Total Bellas, Total Divas, all that sort of stuff brings in a new audience to wrestling, I think, and I think that's where the company saw a lot of their value. And it just seems, even when the women's Royal Rumbles were starting, they were coming back and having decent roles in the matches, but now it seems to have just gone completely sour. I don't know what's happened.
I know, it's very strange. Maybe it could also be to do, not entirely, because we see one half of a couple work in WWE and all that, but now that John Cena's only turning up, oh no, she's not even, oh my god,
Jack, my goodness, she left him.
Yes, sorry.
She went with the Dancing Man, and the Dancing Man have a kid together with each other.
I'm stuck in the past here. But also now that Brian doesn't have anything to do then with ignore that entire point.
What Jack meant to say is Bryan Danielson's with AEW, and that's obviously caused some sort of divide.
No, I don't. I'm just saying that now maybe Brie feels as though she doesn't really need to stay loyal to WWE anymore. But it doesn't matter. It was a bad point anyway. I can't believe I've just said that. We saw them get married.
We did.
We saw them get engaged.
We were surrounded by thousands of people booing them out the arena.
Yes, Cena's on his knee. And it was boo!
How dare they be happy in front of us?
Right, anyway, now on to the in-ring action, because an NXT title is possibly being vacated with a new match announced for NXT Stand and Deliver. This follows the storyline that,
is it a storyline?
It's 100% a
because it was reported, if anyone wouldn't mind putting the screenshot up there, in Britain's biggest free daily newspaper, The Metro.
It was that Roxanne Perez, after her recent title defense against Meiko Satomura, in which she retained the NXT Women's Championship, she collapsed. Similar scenes to that of Shawn Michaels in the 90s when he was doing a similar thing. Shawn Michaels is now the head booker of NXT. I'm just.
Well, he's done a lot, hasn't he? We're running out of Shawn Michaels things to do. We've obviously done the barbershop replay with Toxic Attraction splitting up. We've got this one here. I'm sure there's one more, but I can't remember.
He himself is in a storyline at the moment with Grayson Waller. But Roxanne Perez was then stretchered out of the arena, put into an ambulance. Michaels very solemnly, hurry up, get her to hospital, and tapped the thing, sadly, and Booker T was sad. It's 100, it's a storyline, right? And I don't even think it's one of those injuries that's written into to write off another injury, a real life injury, because she just had a match with Meiko Satomura. Anyway, it seems as though the title could be vacated very soon.
This is what the sexy boy put out himself. This is Shawn Michaels and Roxanne Perez. I don't even mention names, don't I? Anyway, as of Friday morning, Roxanne Perez was discharged from hospital. However, after numerous tests, Roxanne's health is still in question. Dun, dun, dun. With Stand and Deliver in less than 3 weeks, I have the obligation to announce that we possibly have to crown a new NXT Women's Champion.
He would later tweet, starting last night, there will be a series of qualifying matches where the winners advancing to Stand and Deliver to compete to become the NXT Women's Champion in a ladder match. Now, and on last night's episode as well, Zoe Stark defeated Sol Ruka to get in the match, which I'm surprised Sol Ruka can do a finisher off a ladder.
A ladder match and Sol Ruka's not involved.
And Gigi Dolan defeated Kiana James, that businesswoman, in order to become the first 2 women to qualify for the ladder match. It's not been made clear yet whether or not Roxanne is expected to be involved in the match. If I had to guess, I'd suggest there'll be like one spot open and here she comes. Do you think?
Yeah, right. It'll be like a shock, entry, and it'll just be her, and the crowd will go wild.
Yeah, over WrestleMania weekend. But that looks like what's happening. They're really invested in Roxanne Perez and pushing her and making her look strong. So this could be just another step to show how Brazilian she is.
Yeah, I don't know what else to add there.
Fair enough. Yeah. It's all going on in NXT. Also, HBK announced a fatal 5-way match for Wesley's North American Championship. Wesley demanded a fight against 10 superstars after the chaos that unraveled during his open challenge on last night's show, it says here. Michael said that he couldn't book the bout, but he'd give him 4 instead.
Give him 10. Yeah, why not? Just have a 10-man ladder match. 11-man ladder match, yeah.
Why not? So yes, there's an updated card for NXT Stand and Deliver. Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title. This ladder match for the possibly vacant NXT Women's title, now involving Zoe Stark and Gigi Dolan. A fatal 5-way match for the North American title held by Wes Lee. A women's tag title match, Kiana James and Fallon Henley versus the Witches, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
God, they're going to be crawling like the dogs under the moon or something like that. I forget what they were saying last week. You are the
Alba Fire is as brutal as that which hawks from the moon above.
Yeah.
And Isla is as cunning as those who dance below it.
Yeah.
They're going to win from that.
Right, they are. It's really good, isn't it?
And Johnny Gargano in a grudge match against Grayson Waller, fighting over Shawn Michaels' honour. So, pretty big card that. It is Stand and Deliver, so yeah, fair enough.
This is WrestleMania season.
Absolutely. And in AEW, a star that we haven't seen in action for quite a while now is set to make her in-ring return.
Yeah, Anna Jay is returning to the ring for the first time in 2 whole months. It was announced via AEW's Twitter account yesterday that Anna Jay versus Britt Baker will take place at AEW's House Rules live event on Saturday. The second ever live event house show thing that AEW have done in their history.
And the first on the House Rules tour, apparently, as well. Anna Jay last wrestled when her and Tay Mello lost a street fight to Ruby Soho and Willow Nightingale. The one where like there was nasty bumps being taken and everything.
Off the stage, kind of through the table, but not really.
That was on Rampage in January. Then in February, Anna Jay revealed, or Anna JAS, I should be saying, to give her a proper title as a member of the Jericho Appreciation Society. She revealed that she'd suffered some dislocated ribs and a bruised tailbone during a street fight, both of which sound really, really painful. So it's good to see.
That should be part of an AEW Don't Try This at Home promo package.
Yeah, it should. So it's good to see that she's doing better now, and it'll be good to see her back, because I think even though she's not like a super worker or whatever, she's always really good at character work, I think.
Yeah, her and Ty Mello just easily wind people up, don't they?
Yes, although I do miss Anna Jay as part of the Dark Order.
They're dead now, aren't they? The Dark Order, they're gone.
No, Hangman's dragging them back.
Disco Stu's back tonight.
Oh, is he?
Aye, right, he is. Him and Evil Uno teaming with Hangman.
Grayson, Stu Grayson. I thought you meant Wade Barrett for a second.
Disco Stu.
Stu.
Oh.
His name's Stu.
It's Stu Bennett, yeah. Just Disco and Wade Barrett. Didn't think we'd go in the same sentence ever, but
they really work together well, actually. If you think about Wade Barrett on the dance floor.
I bet he's got snake hips.
Yes. Thank you very much for watching this video. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I've been Jack. This has been Ross. And check out Adam Pacitti's ongoing WWE 2K streams. Is it 9 p.m. he starts?
9 p.m. GMT right here on this very YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/Cultaholic/live. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon.